So my name is Chris, and I'm the CTO of Viadeo. My responsibilities concern all the IT part. So in fact, I manage all the IT teams in Viadeo. So that means developers, that means operation teams, that means some architect for all research and development. So all the different aspects and the different jobs we can find on an IT team. So Viadeo is a PSN, Professional Social Network, and as I'm in the US here today, we can describe us as a LinkedIn main competitor. Okay, so yeah, we exist since 7 years now. Okay, and our members are mainly all across the world, but mainly in Europe, China, India, and South America. We integrate Neo4j to manage all what we call the social graph. What is social graph? It's in fact all the relationship between members. Because as we are a PSN, Professional Social Network, our core business is clearly the member and relationship between members. So since 1 month before we put in production Neo4j, we use a homemade algorithm made 6 years ago. It was a mix between memcache, memory, and classical database, MySQL. So at the beginning, the algorithm works very well, but with the growth of the network, new members, more usage, more activities, more relationship between members, we face some issues in terms of performance, in terms of storage. So clearly, what we see is just that database and the classical tools to manage this kind of things was not the best solution. And we reach clearly the limit of our homemade algorithm. We made a lot of optimization, fine-tuning, but at one point you say, okay, we must change, we have to change. And we study different tools, all NoSQL technologies, so some big tables tools, but at the end, the conclusion of me and the architecture teams that work on it was that the perfect tools to manage members and relationship between members is a graph database. Because in the end, the social graph is a graph. So what we need was a node, members, and relationship between those nodes. So clearly we study some different graph database, and we finally choose Neo4j for 2 main reasons. First one was the performance. Clearly it was quite good and quite good. Better than the one we had, but also it was the most simple solution in terms of integration. POC, fast learning is just perfect because it's very simple, and we know that best tools are always the simplest. And what we have seen is just in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you can have your own graph, make some tests, some case study, and you can see directly the benefit of the tools. And it was clearly the main difference with the other tools. Other tools were more complex, difficult to take in hand, to integrate. And Neo4j was just 5 minutes. You read the quick start on the web, and after you can work on it. After, you have to make some fine-tuning to understand all the high availability function and things like that. But when you want to start, it's just, you have your finger on it, and after, okay, let's go. So it's why we have chosen Neo4j, and we have decided to change our whole algorithm with a new one. To really integrated it, not just to have the POC, but to integrate, to be able to put the things on production, it takes around 2 months. Okay, and the main part was to better understand the high availability functions, because it's one of the main concerns of Viadeo. We are a huge website, a lot of usage, and the high availability is really important. So we have created a cluster with 3 Neo4j instances. In most of cases, 1 server will be enough. But what we want is clearly to be error-proof, to be sure that we are always 100% of SLA in fact. So that part takes 2 or 3 weeks. We face some issues, but thanks to the team of Neo4j here in San Francisco, we have worked together, and very quickly we have found a solution. use Neo4j in production since now 1 month. Yeah, and clearly it's in production, no problem. My phone doesn't ring, so yeah. In fact, yeah, we see sometimes one node that that was done, but it was a high availability cluster that do the job. So we just say, okay, we have an alert. Operation team sees the things, just launch it with synchronization, and let's go. So for the users, it was totally transparent. So yeah, it was the good tools, and for us, it's just the first step because we use the Neo4j. We use Neo4j for the moment only for the members and relationship, but the goal is to add all the other objects on the graph and to be able to have on one graph all the objects and all the relation between different objects you can find on the Viadeo website. So put members, put articles, post in the forums, and everything, and link all these objects with relation to be able to change our way we implement features on Viadeo that for the moment are only based on a database, NoSQL, some tools, NoSQL tools like Bigtable, HBase, some tools for the search, Solar, and now we have another tool, Neo4j, that will allow us to manage features that are based on the graph. And on the PSN, you discover that everything is not, everything is relationship between objects, so it's clearly a good way to do that. So clearly what we have for the moment in production is just the first step. The next step is to integrate on this graph all the other objects, all the other relationships, and very important, it will change the way we implement new features on Viadeo. Because for the development team, it will change the deal, in fact, because it will be totally different. For the moment, it's creation of database, table, queries, SQL queries. Now, what we try to do is to create a meta language based on Neo4j to be able to retrieve in a totally automatic way the different objects that are linked to other. And to clearly be able for a user to use a first object, maybe a contact, maybe a member, maybe a post in the forum, and from that object to discover all the other things that the Viadeo website can propose to you. And to do that, a graph is clearly the best way to do that. So yeah, you can say it's just the first step. Before this implementation with our old algorithm, the storage of all the graph was nearly 300 gigabytes. Okay, now it's just 3 gigabytes in terms of storage. And before, when we have to recreate from scratch the social graph, it takes nearly 48 hours. Now it's 45